family style loaded nachos made right on the Blackstone. I love any easy way to feed my large family, especially when I have everyone over for summer hangouts. It doesn't get any easier than nachos because, after all, who doesn't love cheesy chicken and beef nachos? Let me show you guys how easy it is to make this at home for your upcoming summer hangouts. I don't know anyone that doesn't love nachos, and if you haven't had them made right on your griddle surface yet, these are so simple and easy, and your chips get so crispy. You can griddle up all of your toppings so quickly, making everything all in one place. Today I've got half a pound of ground beef. The other half a pound I put away for another rollover meal this week. I also bought a pack of chicken thighs, which I stole a couple of those, cut them up, and I've got the other half marinating in the fridge for another dinner this week. And when it comes to nachos, you can really prep all of your toppings either the day before or in the morning, making for a quick, simple little meal for one person, or you can load up your 36-inch griddle and serve these family style for a large crowd to come up and serve themselves. Now, before I cook anything on my griddle, I always go down with some water just to clean up the last cook, making sure that there is nothing on my griddle surface so I have clean cooking, and then drizzle over and spread out nice and thinly some oil. This is going to achieve a nice even griddle surface each and every time I'm cooking. We'll drop down our ground beef and our chicken thighs, season these up with the street taco. We're going with a little pineapple sriracha, and I've got some smoked paprika. Once we've got a good sear on the bottom of our ground beef and our chicken, we'll mix these up and allow them to continue cooking, making a little room in that left behind fat from our beef. We're gonna drizzle down just a little extra oil and drop down some sliced jalapeños. Let them char up. Now, these are the only 3 cooked toppings that I'm using this time for these nachos. Once they're done, we're gonna pull these off, set them aside. And again, if you wanted to make your cooked toppings in advance for an even faster meal, you can do that and store everything in the fridge so that it's ready to go when you're ready for your nachos. We'll do a quick cleanup of our griddle from where we cooked those proteins. Simply scrape everything right off of our surface into that rear drain cup, and I always try to hold off on using any water until before my next cook. Our surface is looking nice and oiled as is, so I'm not gonna add any more. I'm just gonna rub this down. It's hydrated, it's ready to keep cooking. So let's get to those nachos. You can either lay out some tin foil for an easy cleanup. You can also put your chips directly on your griddle surface. For me, I always buy these parchment paper sheets right off of Amazon. I use them for so many different things. We'll layer these on our surface. This just protects our chips from getting greasy and makes for an even easier cleanup. Now, time to load up our surface with all of our chips. I always like using a variety of different chips. Kind of just gives it some different texture along with different shapes and colors, which to me, when you're making these nachos on the griddle, it's kind of like painting a picture. It just can get so crazy with however many toppings you want to add. I love adding shredded cheese first. This way, as those chips toast up, our cheese also starts to melt onto those chips. I'm adding some black beans to this. The more protein I can get, the better. We'll add our ground beef, our cooked chicken. I've got white queso. I've got some purple onions, tomatoes. We've got our crema, which I absolutely must have extra of, fresh cilantro, and last but not least, our griddled jalapeños. And these are done. You could close the lid or dome these if you needed to. Allow everything to just melt together. You'll see how crispy, crunchy your chips are. So make them, post them, and enjoy some loaded nachos come this summer with all of your family and friends. Until next time, I'm Blackstone Betty, and I cannot wait to see you guys for another family style recipe. in the next video.